don't know what this means. November 26th. What does that mean? This dream was really uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable. And there were multiple dreams, and I purposely tried to go back to sleep because I didn't remember the first dreams. And I tried to go back to sleep because I'm like, I know it was weird. It was weird. These were really weird dreams. In one scene, I'm now I'm worried. I'm trying to process, but gosh, it's 10:10. I keep seeing 11:11, 10:10, 12:12, 1:11. I keep seeing these numbers. Yesterday, today, this whole week, they've been prevalent. They've been there. Okay, dreams. It's about private parts. It's about that area. It's about specific. I'm with someone. It's someone I haven't seen in a long time. I used to work with her. But somehow she's standing and her private parts are right here. But there's something off. There's like this, like she's showing me, but at the same time there's this like I stumbled across it at the same time, and it's her vagina, but it's deformed. Like it doesn't look like a vagina. And then I'm like trying to get her attention, and like I'm trying to get it. Like there's an element of like it doesn't look like a vagina. It doesn't look like a vagina, but it's deformed. And then there's this element of like I need to check me, like it's just like a reminder, almost like I'm like I need to check me. And then I'm there's just, the scenes were weird. There's this house, and there's this gallery in the house. I don't know whose house it is, but it's a gallery. But this house is also, someone lives there. And there's 3 scenes in this house. The first scene, it's all pretty, it's all set up, and there's not a lot of people living in the house, but you know that there's this knowing that it's someone's home, but they're just opening it up, the gallery. So there's random people coming in. And then the second time that I'm in this house, that's where it starts feeling a little weird, because it's like I walked in initially and it was an art gallery. Part of the house was an art gallery where people were walking around, and there was no one really living there. But then the second time, there's this whole family that's there, and they're like all in their PJs, and not PJs, but just in their underwear. They're all in their underwear, and they're kind of bothered that there's a lot of people walking in. I'm like, well, why are you bothered if there's supposedly a gallery, but then it doesn't look like a gallery anymore. It's just like the inside of their house. And then the third time that I'm in this house, I don't know whose house it is, but in the third time, it's rotting, like it's the walls are they're trying to fix the walls. There's this but it feels gross, because when they're trying to put the drywall up, they're trying to put the drywall up from the old walls, but maggots start coming out. Like maggots are starting to come out. I'm like, what the like, what the heck? Maggots are starting to come out, and they're trying to cover it up with the wall. They're trying to cover it up. They're trying to cover it up, and trying to cover the holes. And I'm like, what? And I'm confused, because I'm just like, why are you doing that? Like, clearly there's an issue. Like, clearly there's an issue. You need to clean it out. You need to clean it out. But my brother is there, and he's trying to cover the walls. I'm like, why are you trying to cover the walls when maggots are trying to come out? And I'm like kind of grossed out, because there's mattresses. And I don't want to touch it. Like I'm like, ew, I don't want to touch. I don't want to. There's an element of like, I don't want to touch anything. I don't want to touch anything. Before the maggot situation, going back to the first scene, where, because these were separate dreams. These were separate dreams. The first dream, where I'm seeing the genitals and it's deformed. In that dream, I'm with someone. I'm with the girl. I'm with the girl that I follow. The nude, the second male nude model that I painted. I'm with her. Like, she's my partner. And we're trying to get intimate, but then she's telling me like that I smell funny. I'm like, what? How do I smell funny? Like, I don't smell funny. I mean, I was always like on top of that, except this past year I haven't gone in to get checked. But before that, I was on it. Like, I was good. Like, especially because of the affair. Like, I was on it. And it was always fine. I was always fine. I haven't checked this last year. But I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried. Why am I worried now? And it's like we would try to be intimate, but she couldn't be intimate with me. And I was like, why can't you be intimate with me? But it was funny because it wasn't like my vagina that she was turned off by. It wasn't my vagina. It was my butthole. It's my butthole. I mean, it sounds funny. But she would be specific about where the scent was coming from. And I'm like, what? What does that mean? What does that mean? So that was part of the first dream. The house was when I went back to bed. And it was part of the second round of dreams. The second round of dreams. And there's other stuff. I know there's more to it. I know there's more to it. But then the third round of dreams, the people who lived in this house, I'm in this car. I'm in the car with her. She's not well. She's not well. Like she's I don't know who she is. She has long blonde hair. Long blonde hair. I don't know who she is. And I'm in the truck with her. And we're leaving the house. We're leaving the house. Who's with us? It's like her dad almost. Like at first I thought it was just me and her. But there's someone else there's three of us in the truck. There's three of us in the truck. And I know I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge. She's in the middle. And I want to say it's her dad driving, but I don't know. And we're leaving the house. We're leaving this location. And she's complaining in the car. She's complaining to her dad about how she can't live on her own. She can't live on her own because she's tried to live on her own, and she's kind of like blaming them, like you always get involved. You guys always get involved. So I there's like it's codependency. It's codependencies is what she's describing. There's a codependency to it. And she's just like, every time I try to be independent, you guys come in and save the day. Something like that. Like, you guys come in and save the day. You guys don't give me a chance to try. Something like that. So there's this element of like, she's trying to be on her own. She's trying to be on her own. I don't know if she was on the streets or just, she's trying to be on her own. And I can see an image of her, and she's on this stump, and she's like this, like holding herself, and then around her, like surrounding her in this image, are all the males in her life who are I don't know if they're all brothers or if they're just men in her life that either try to save her or try to they try to save her, but she's upset at them. She's upset. She has her back towards them, and she's just like, you guys need to leave me alone. You guys need to leave me alone. And she's upset because she's trying to make it on her own, and she can't. and we're trying to get away. We're in the truck. Her, and I think it's her dad. And we're trying to get away. We're trying to leave. We're trying to leave the house that had all the maggots. And the weird thing is that house that had the maggots, there was a couch. And I was trying to, because I was like somewhat helping this house. Like my brother was helping to put up the walls. And then I was helping to I was helping. But so there was the couch. And I'm trying to organize the couch. And I remember the colchones being out of order. And I was like, that's so weird. Let me try to fix it. And then I find out someone was trying to sleep on the couch. And it was like an uncle of mine. And people were angry. Someone was angry. Like, there was this element of like, why? Who gave you permission to come to the house to sleep? Like, keys were being shared. Keys were being shared without consulting the owner of the house. And so they were upset that no, like, you guys, you can't just come and stay. Just like there was this element of sharing the space, but they weren't supposed to, and so people started making keys, and so there's this element of being taken advantage of. So there's codependency, and she's trying to speak up. She's trying, with these men in her life, and she's trying to speak up. She's trying to speak up. She has long blonde hair, straight blonde hair. And then in this house, I don't know whose house it is, but my brother and I are helping. But I'm getting gross, like, I know I'm getting like weirded out, not grossed out, but just because I'm pretty good with like creatures and stuff. It was more like weirded out, like I was like, what? Like, there's whose house is this? Two, what? And the people that were there, like, I don't know these people. The only person that I knew was the girl I was dating, and then the woman who showed me her private part that was deformed. But she's from years ago, like at one of my first jobs as a clinician. I haven't spoken to her since. That was over 10 years ago. I need to go get checked. That's the only thing I can go right now. I need to make an appointment now that I have insurance. I need to make an appointment to get checked. I mean, there's nothing. I haven't noticed anything off. And like I mentioned before, I was always on top of it. And everything always came out clear. Everything was always clean. No issues. But it's been a year and I haven't gone to get checked. I mean, I never worried because I didn't see any symptoms. I didn't have anything off. But I should get checked. I need to get ready. Like, I really overslept. Well, I stayed at, silly me. Just like, I had coffee late at night. So I didn't go to bed until like 2. But a good thing, my 40 client canceled at 11, so I have an hour to get ready. But I need to look some of that stuff up, because that was weird. Weird. And I know there's more. I can't remember part. Like I there's like from the first set of dreams, like the one where I'm dating her. There's this element of like I'm dating her. And we're walking down the streets, and it's almost like it's another country. We're in another country. We're in another country. We're in another country. This house is in another country. It starts off being in another country, because even the people who lived in it, they didn't speak English. Like there was this knowing that they spoke a different language. But it slowly progressed into now being in the US by the end. It's so weird dreams. But okay, I need to get ready. I want to document it to see what that means. Okay. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me. So